Hey guys! Today we're going to talk about why your old thoughts and old feelings popping up again and again is not a problem. So by now you guys know that the way that I solve problems is by identifying the thoughts that are creating the problem to begin with. So let's take an example. Let's say your problem is, I find it really hard to unwind at the end of the day. Every day at 8 p.m., I close my laptop, I go sit on the couch, I turn on the TV, but I'm so wound up, I just can't relax. And what I'll always say is, what are you thinking that is preventing you from relaxing? And for a lot of people, that thought is, I haven't done enough today. So that is always step one, is identifying the thought that is creating the problem. Because the reality is, it's not that you actually haven't done enough, or that you need to do more tomorrow, or that you need an unwind routine, or that you need to take medication. The only problem is that you are believing your thought, I haven't done enough today. And if you believe it, you don't feel very good. And if you believe it, it's pretty hard to relax and unwind. So the only thing that's gone wrong is that you're not questioning the thought, or even considering, hey, is this true or not? So once we've identified the thought that's creating the problem, there are two branches of problem solving that we can pursue. Branch number one is changing the thought. I love this branch. I spend a lot of time talking about it. This is where we get to be really creative and brainstorm and consider different perspectives and feel better once we find a thought that really resonates. So if you're pursuing this line of problem solving for your I didn't do enough today thought, you might review everything that you did do today and give yourself credit for it, because chances are you're not properly accounting for all the great stuff you actually did get done. You could also ask yourself, hey, what more was I supposed to do exactly? And check whether maybe you have unrealistic expectations for how much you were supposed to get done today. You could also celebrate yourself all day long. Every time you check something off, take a moment, pause and say, wow, I really got that done. This is great. And that way, all throughout the day, you're showing yourself how much you're getting done so that when 8 p.m. comes through, that thought of, oh, I didn't get enough done today doesn't hold any credibility. And all of these are ways of showing your brain, hey, your assessment right now at 8 p.m. that I didn't do enough, it's not true. So that's branch number one of problem solving. But let's not forget about branch two of problem solving, which is changing your reaction to the thought. Now, here's the really interesting thing about I haven't done enough today popping up at 8 p.m. Chances are you didn't sit there for 30 minutes and do a thoughtful analysis of everything you did and then come to the conclusion that you didn't do enough. Your deliberate brain did not make that assessment. Your automatic brain made that assessment. And it did so without your conscious control or any conscious effort on your part. It's literally the same as if I were to ask you, hey, what color are the arrows on this whiteboard? Your brain actually does a lot of complex calculations to figure that out. There are photons that enter your eyeballs and they touch the rods and cones, and then your brain compares this color to all the other colors it's seen, and it retrieves the label for this color, which is red, and then you can open your mouth and say, hey, these arrows are red. But all of those calculations happened without your control and without your conscious effort. You can't look at those arrows and not know that they're red. The answer will pop into your brain automatically. And that's the same thing that's happening at 8 p.m. when you're sitting on the couch. This thought, I haven't done enough today, is popping into your brain automatically, which means you can treat that thought as a circumstance. You can literally say, the fact of what happened just now is that a sentence showed up in my brain and a feeling of unease and being wound up showed up in my body. So, how do I want to react to that circumstance of sentence and sensation in my nervous system? Now, normally there's two unhelpful ways that we react to our own automatic thoughts and automatic feelings. Unhelpful way number one is that we just believe it. We don't even question it. We just say, yep, that's true. I didn't get enough done. And then we start problem solving or avoiding the bad feeling that we're having without even questioning the premise of the thought that started all this in the first place. Unhelpful way number 2, which happens for a lot of people once they start realizing that their thoughts create all their problems, is that you fight the old thought. You say, oh, what a problem that I keep thinking this. This thought is wrong. This thought is bad. How do I just change my thought ASAP? How do I stop thinking this? And both of those are unhelpful reactions to a thing that's just an automatic thought, as automatic as you thinking that the arrows are red. It's just a neutral circumstance that happened, a neutral sentence that popped into your brain, and a neutral sensation that popped into your body. So here are 3 other ways that you could react to the thought popping into your brain. One way you can react is you can get curious. You can think of your automatic brain as a super sensitive problem-solving instrument that is picking up data and signals from all over the world. And you can say, I'm getting a really interesting signal. I'm having the thought, maybe I didn't do enough today. What do I think? Do I want to adjust anything for tomorrow? Do I want to reprioritize anything or change how my schedule looks? What helpful data is my brain giving me right now? And what can I do with it going forward? That's one way to react to an automatic thought coming to your brain. Another way to react is to say, hey, I think this is a false signal. I have this thought every single day at 8 p.m., regardless of if I did nothing or if I did everything all day today. I think this is just a habit. This is not a meaningful, true piece of data that my brain is giving me. It's just like an old junk signal that I get every day no matter what happened. So I can disregard the sentence. It doesn't mean anything. It's just an old sentence that popped up again. A third way you can react to a sentence popping into your brain is to say, hey, this is a good sign. I'm a hardworking person. I really care about doing things well and getting things done and moving the ball forward every single day. So the fact that I'm thinking this at the end of the day, it's not a bad thing. It's just a sign of what a hardworking person I am. It's actually a good thing. And that doesn't mean I have to run to my laptop and start doing a bunch more stuff. I can just say, yeah, of course, I'm such a hardworking person. It's so normal that I would think this at the end of the day. Doesn't mean that I have to go do more work, but yeah, I like the kind of person that I am. That my automatic brain offers me this because it's the same automatic brain that works really hard all day. And all 3 of those ways are just ways to treat your own automatic thoughts as not a problem. Because the only thing that happened is your automatic brain formed an assessment and handed it to you. And your automatic brain handing you sentences is not a problem. You can make it into a problem by believing it without even questioning it, or by fighting it and saying, oh, I need to stop thinking this. But that's how you make an automatic thought into a problem. You also can say, it's not a big deal. This is some interesting data. This is just a feature of who I am. This is just a junk signal that I'm getting, or all kinds of different reactions that neutralize the fact that this sentence happened to pop into your brain. So if you want to do more of this kind of work, if you want to identify the thoughts that are the root cause of the problems that you're facing, and then if you want to actually change them, find new perspectives that you believe and that make you feel better and that drive the actions you actually want to be taking, and if you want to navigate this process of having your old thoughts pop up again and again, but having it not be a problem, and letting those thoughts just sit there without having them have control over you anymore, and learn to build a better relationship with your automatic brain so the two of you guys can work together instead of fighting each other all the time. If that's the kind of work that you'd love to do, then come talk to me. Click the link and book a coaching consult.